Go ahead and keep scrolling if you get bored easy, because today I'm dropping a message for those that are seeking enlightenment and wisdom. What's going on, everybody? Today, I want to talk to you about seeing things from a bird's eye view. I want to kind of offer this moment as an opportunity to offer some transparency to everyone because, um, you know, I do make mistakes, and as you all know, I'm not an artist. I just kind of like to express myself visually. And today, I wanted to kind of talk to you about how you can use spirit animals to connect with the Christ consciousness. And I was having trouble even expressing myself because I don't know how to draw a bird. and it took me a while to figure it out, and I was making a lot of mistakes. And I realized after I was done, when I finally realized how to do it, that my past mistakes that I made were actually lessons for me to help me get better at it. And I wanted to kind of show you what happened. And I think that this is a deeper message because I think that by the time we're done with this video, you're going to be a different person. You're going to see yourself from a different perspective. And hopefully, this will help you along your own personal journey and allow you to kind of see yourself in a different from a different angle perspective. So this is how I was originally trying to make the bird come into being. I was like, okay, maybe I do something like this and bring the wing in. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And because I love birds. I love birds because I think birds are fascinating because when you see them flying, they actually get up and go together as one. And I always thought that was pretty cool. And I was like, maybe I don't need this. And, just work on making the tail here. And it was just coming out ugly. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create some ugly stuff and show you how we can turn something ugly into something beautiful. And so as I tried again and continued to try, I was like, okay, maybe maybe I add a little head here, maybe that'll work. Nope, still didn't work. And I moved on and was like, okay, I'm going to try this again. Maybe I don't need the whole star. Maybe I just need a couple pieces to make this bird. Because you got to try to imagine, when the creator decided to make birds, what type of things went into making the bird. And so I thought maybe I had the wings wrong. So maybe I'll just go up like this and go up like this. And I'll just, expand it out like this and do that. And it still was like, this isn't it. This definitely ain't it. And I tried over and over and over. Well, actually, like I really only tried a few times. And I was trying to figure it out, and I realized it's like, oh, maybe I just add some tips here and some tips here like that, and maybe that'll work. And maybe I just got to keep going and don't give up. And it just kept getting worse and worse as I continued to draw this. And I'm like, you know, almost, but it ain't there. And I'm like, maybe I'll just make the feet here. Nope, still it still ain't it. And so I said, okay, let me see what can I try different here. And I even tried to do that too, and it still didn't work. And so I said, let me try this here. I'll try to put the angles on here, and maybe that'll do it. And oh, I got it. I got to think bigger. So I'm like, maybe expand the wings out bigger. And so I expanded the wings out bigger. And I said, okay, let me try to, let me see, maybe if I do that and just draw the feathers in a direction that maybe the actual bird might actually have them fanned out. And I even looked on Google and was like, what does a bird even look like when his wings are open? And I still couldn't get it to look right. And the key here for me was I just had to let my consciousness focus on this, and just let my imagination go, because I'm not a trained artist and I don't know what I'm doing, but I knew what I wanted to say and knew what I wanted to express. And it turned into a completely different message that I had for everyone. And I wanted to share this beautiful message that came through today. See, what we're going to do is we're going to take this skeleton and we're going to turn it into something beautiful. And we're going to learn something about ourselves in the process, as I did. You see, I was like, okay, let me just put some extra feather wings in here. Maybe that'll help. And maybe that'll do something there, fill it in, because the bird's got some feathery wings going on. And I wanted to kind of make the bird flaming, because I remember I saw this bird. I swear that bird looked like it was on fire one day. I called it Firebird. That bird looked like it was because the light of the sun, I guess. It was shining so bright and it looked like different colors were coming off of it. And I just wanted to kind of illustrate that. And I thought that bird was like an inspiration. And what I wanted to say originally about spirit animals is that we all have animals that we resonate with. And some of us resonate with birds. Some of us resonate with horses or cats or dogs or whatever. But having something like that to resonate with can help you connect with your Christ consciousness, because how the birds fly, they fly as one consciousness. And you know when they first have to learn to fly, they know in their heart that they don't want to fall, and so they open those wings up and they flap like crazy. And it's it's their heart, their connection to the energy waves um of this life force that flows through our earth. And that life force that flows through our earth, those are like real energy waves that they connect to, that keeps them from falling. And I think that's pretty incredible. um and so if we actually expand our consciousness to having like a bird's eye point of view, we can actually offer ourselves an opportunity to connect with our inner self, our inner firebird. And what helps is when we stop feeding negativity into our mind and we feed positivity into our mind. And then and we start seeing the world through a lens of love, offering a different perspective for ourselves. And for those of you that you know have Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and that's that's your homeboy, that's cool, because Jesus actually teaches us to follow our heart. Yeshua, if you want to call him that, Jesus. Jesus, Yeshua, however you want to call him, he teaches us to follow our heart and ignite that flame within us, because that right there is how you access the Christ consciousness. By following your heart, you can have the Christ consciousness living in heart and body, embodied in the flesh. Okay? That's what he was. He was the Christ consciousness embodied in the flesh. And if you want to connect with him, you can meet him on his throne by keeping love in your heart. This type of understanding helps shape your mind, and you're remembering, now you're connecting with your true royal divine light inside of you. And a lot of times, it takes sometimes self-reflection, because think about the mistakes that I made, or think about the mistakes that we've all made in our life, and we realize, those mistakes didn't make me. I am grateful for those mistakes. I love myself and appreciate the fact that I grew from those mistakes. I don't let them define me. I let those mistakes help me grow into a better person. And now, as I continue to look back on my life and my past mistakes, I know that I am not a perfect person, but I accept who I am and who I've become, because my past does not define me. My past is what helped me get stronger. And now I see the world from a completely different perspective, because my consciousness has evolved. I know that my past mistakes were just karmic lessons, because that's why we're all here, right? We're all here to learn karmic lessons and not let our past ruin us. And now we've become a more evolved being, an exalted being. And all we had to do was kind of reflect on our past mistakes and realize that it just made us a better person. To others, we might look like an alien to them, because we walk to the beat of our own drum. We walk in a different light. We express ourselves differently, and that's okay. That's okay, because we got our hater blockers on. We got our hater blockers on. We don't let them phase us. All right? And remembering these things, these type of things. Remembering these type of things. Knowing, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I am all of the above. I am all of the above. Yes. I made those mistakes and I learned from them. So yes, if people want to try to hold that against you, say, yes, I am all of the above. And I am all of the below. I am all of the above and below. And love is my language. Love is the language that I speak. And understand this. When you speak love, your mouth becomes a beacon, your truth sword. Because people in this world today speak death is of the tongue, they speak negativity. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want at all. Because if you've watched any of my other videos, and you understand that we are all children of the great source light, the atom. And so when we speak, our words bring power. Our words are power. So do not let anyone take you out of your element and try to define who you are and trick you out your spot, as some would say, as your royal divine being that you are. You are whoever you say you are. And don't be afraid to express it. Don't be afraid to let your flame roar, ladies. Go ahead and be that beautiful divine queen that you are. Because when you self-reflect, know yourself, and then you will know God. And that is the truth. Living in the Christ consciousness or connecting with Christ, it's a way of life. It is a way of life. And every time you go through life, you offer yourself an opportunity to add new angles of perspective. Don't be afraid to shine like the sun. Don't let anyone dim your light. Self-reflection, saying positive affirmations to yourself in the mirror, waking up to your true self. And this is how you bring Christ forward so that you can be one with the Creator and help spread positivity. This is how you meet Christ on the throne. Speak it into existence. I am all of the above and below. Yes, I am. I am one with the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That 1 + 2 is the Trinity. Feed your mind positivity. Feed your body positivity. Walk in love. Respect yourself, because the Creator sent her only begotten Son to the world just to tell us that the kingdom of heaven is within us. The kingdom of heaven is within us. We all carry the divine spark of the Creator. All of us, every single one of you. Every single one of you is all of the above and below. You are all special. And get your flame on, ladies. Get your flame on. That's my message for today. seeing things from a bird's eye view, not letting your mistakes stop you in your tracks and saying, oh, no, 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 no. Learn from your mistakes. As long as you learn from your mistakes, you are building yourself into a much better and exalted being. That is what it is to be one with Christ. Christ is a way of life, not a man. He was the Christ embodiment. He was the embodiment of Christ in the flesh. That's what he was teaching when he was here. So go ahead, be that weirdo, be different. Don't be afraid to flame on, baby. I love you all. My name is William. I came to spread love and light this world on fire.